Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever I'm finding you today, and welcome back to another fantastic video on my channel. I must apologize if you hear any background wind or interference. I do have a fan on because it is very, very warm. British summer isn't traditional warm, it's very humid and claustrophobic in a way. It's gross. You get cooked from the inside out, basically, and everybody's home is like an oven, basically. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get into an Am I Overreacting video. So, this video is going to be about one story in particular. I was going to look for a few, however, this one needs its own episode. I'm going to read you the title, and then we can get into it. Am I overreacting? Stopped a drunk girl from being pulled into a car by two random men, but my boyfriend is upset and called what I did stupid and dangerous. That is the title. Sorry, my puppy is making a bit of a mess. The category is relationship, and you can only imagine how delicious this is going to be. I will provide the screenshots as necessary. This is all a text conversation. The boyfriend. I'm just gonna call him boyfriend. Don't ever effing do that again, blank. I'm assuming that is the girlfriend's name. Do you hear me? They could have seriously hurt you. Genuinely, do you not realize how effing fast that could have gone south? OP. I'm fine. I was being careful. I barely even talked to them. I was focused on her. Boyfriend. And if they turned on you, then what? Answer me, please. Baby, you are one girl against two guys. What the actual F were you thinking? OP. I had my mace, good, with me. She was also just one girl against two creeps. She clearly didn't know. She could barely walk straight. Was I supposed to just leave her there? The boyfriend then says, in a situation like that, yes. I'm just going to go on a quick tangent. This is something called bystander syndrome, I think, or the bystander effect. When people see stuff going on, they'll assume that somebody else will sort it out, so they just stand by and let it happen, wondering when the next person will sort it out, and then nobody helps. I think that's what the boyfriend is having. He wanted bystander effect. And I'm glad that the girlfriend didn't. The girlfriend is OP. I'm glad that she didn't stand there and let it happen. I'm glad she had her mace with her to protect herself. If pepper spray is illegal in your country, this is a side note, you can mix food coloring, strong food coloring, with water and then get yourself a spray bottle. That works just as well and does stain the perpetrator. Keep that in mind. But anyway, please do not be a. Don't get yourself in trouble. Do not get yourself hurt. If there's danger, please try and call the police. But if you are able to help someone, do not be a bystander. Try and get yourself involved and help. Continuing, the boyfriend goes on to say, walk away and call the cops, or effing call me at least. And the OP goes, while they're actively trying to get her into the car. Yeah, the police would have been super helpful in the hour it would have taken them to get there. Blank. I guess that's the boyfriend's name. And you know what? I agree. The police do take a while. Plus, I guess this was more of a fight or flight instinct for OP. With fight or flight, you either run away or you defend yourself slash others. Luckily for the poor woman who was getting basically kidnapped, luckily OP had fight instincts. The boyfriend goes on to say, you can drop the sarcasm, you're not listening to me at all. OP goes, I am, I just don't agree. That's how it works. They are listening, they just disagree, and the boyfriend's not taking that for the answer, it seems. She goes on to say, if I did nothing and something happened to her, I'd never be able to live with myself. Yes, women for women. And a lot of guys don't understand that because they've never been in a state where they've been vulnerable around another person. Like, it's dangerous for women, and many men will never know what it's like to be a woman, unfortunately. The boyfriend goes on to say, and you think I'd be able to live with myself knowing you were attacked because you decided to play hero? OP goes, Someone needed to help her. Boyfriend goes, yes, but not you. And then she goes, then who? Boyfriend says, I don't effing care. Okay, I understand that the boyfriend is worried that something would have happened, but put that aside for a second and focus on the fact that nothing happened. Be very grateful that the girlfriend wasn't hurt, and be very, very thankful that she was brave and strong and smart enough to step in and protect another woman from two filthy men. I get where he's coming from. Like, this isn't all just like, oh, he's a rotten person. No, I understand that he was worried, and you have every right to be worried, Mr. Boyfriend. However, if everybody just stands by and watches, no one's going to be safe. And please focus on the fact that your girlfriend is fine and she saved the girl. Please at least congratulate her. Make sure she is safe and she's not like when adrenaline kicks in, it tends to hide a lot of your injuries because you're too focused on like your fight and flight. So sometimes you can ignore some injuries that you may have sustained because you don't realize them. So a good thing is to be like checking over yourself or checking over your partner in this situation and making sure that they're okay. Because again, if you've been in a fight or flight situation and you've been injured, you'll know that you don't feel it until you see it. He goes on to say, after IDFC, not you. OP goes, I can't believe you're saying this right now. Boyfriend, you really think Mace is some great equalizer between men and it is. I'm sorry, but it is. If somebody who's not blind loses their sight, painfully so, then it's going to be a tough situation. Because mace is pepper spray, right? And if so, doesn't it burn? And the more they struggle, the worse it gets. The more they rub, the worse it gets. Mace is great. Mace is a great tool if you're getting attacked. Be serious, OP. There were two of them. I don't care how strong you think you've gotten in the gym lately, you're still a women can be strong. Women can be very strong, okay? Have you seen Rhea Ripley? She dominates just by looking gorgeous, okay? Women can be strong. There are a lot of women who could throw a man over a bench, okay? They could have easily overpowered you or worse. Oh, is that because she's a woman? Women are strong, okay? Men exist because women push them out of their fucking vaginas. Or they've had a C-section where I heard, don't quote me, women are awake and conscious during C-sections and are not given like what is it, general anesthetic where you go to sleep? They're not given that. They're just awake the whole time. What the hell? Women are strong. Don't underestimate women. I have sisters, okay? I can tell you for a fact women are strong. OP then says, you think I don't know that, boyfriend. Then why are you sitting here arguing with me? Just promise you won't do it again. OP, stop acting like I'm naive. I've literally dealt with stuff like this my entire life. Also, bringing the gym into this is so random. Like, clearly I was not planning on fighting them. I pretended I knew her and that was it. That's great, actually. I've seen videos of that where a lot of men do it to protect women, which is really nice. It's really nice to see. They'll pretend that they know the person being harassed or attacked, and they'll be like, "Hey, who was it again? Your name? Yeah. Oh, I was just hanging out with our friend. Let's go see them." I've seen those videos, and it works. It really does work, actually, because the more people that are there, the less likely someone is to be hurt or worse. The boyfriend then goes on to waffle. Yes, and doing that was effing dangerous and stupid. It's simple. I'm asking you to not do that again. I don't know what we need to have this back and forth like. Damn, bit of a grammar errors. OP goes, yeah, I'm not doing that. If it was me, I'd hope someone would step into. Yes, put yourself in that position. Okay, wait, sorry. I'm not going to go on that tangent yet. The boyfriend goes, okay, let's be real. You wouldn't even put yourself in a position like that to begin with. It's so irresponsible. Out there drunk to that level by herself at night, she's so lucky that you were there. Why is this guy blaming the victim? Why is this guy blame? It's not her fault that men are discussed. Just because a woman's drunk, it doesn't mean she's instantly kidnappable or like worse. Just because somebody is annoying, it doesn't mean you can kill them. Just because somebody is being a nuisance, it doesn't mean you have the right to throw them in the back of a van. I agree with OP's next text. What the hell, blank? Put herself in what position? You're blaming her now? Yeah, like, put yourself in the poor woman's position. You want someone to step in and help you. If you've ever been bullied, you know what it's like to have no one stick up for you. You know what it's like to have your friends look away and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to get involved." And then you realize that you've truly got no one. I'm not a strong person, I know that. I'm not strong, I'm very short, I'm very skinny. But I've seen people who are drunk or high in the city centre, and I've kept an eye on them. I've made sure nothing's happened to them, and I've also made sure that nobody creepy tries to do anything to them in, that sense. I just can't imagine. Sorry, I got sidetracked a second. Yeah, I do try to look after people in that situation, especially since I don't drink or do drugs. I try to make sure that people, even if I've never seen them in my life before, that they don't get, you know what I'm insinuating. The very vile human goes, I'm not. You never drink to that point, is all I'm saying. OP goes, and even if I did, it wouldn't make a difference between the two literal predators. Would still be the ones in the wrong. They are the ones in the wrong. And the guy literally goes, I know. OP, you have zero clue how she got to be like that either. She could have been drugged. That's another perspective. She could have been spiked. Oh, here comes the love bombing. Oh, because the boyfriend then goes, I agree, my love. That's not what I meant. Sorry it came out wrong. I'm just really frustrated right now. Doesn't seem like you're taking me seriously. Who would? You just had a go at your girlfriend for protecting someone who was being kidnapped, who was probably spiked, or he was just like, you know what, actually, I think she was spiked. Thinking about it now, because there's no way, like, women are smart, they don't really go drinking on their own. I think she may have been spiked. OP goes on to say, I am taking you seriously and do understand your worry. I'm just saying I had to do something, and I'm glad you did, OP. You are a diamond. I knew the risk, and I took as many precautions as I could without just leaving her there. I really hope you'd do the same. The boyfriend, hopefully ex soon, goes on to say, no, you think you knew the risks. Bitch, you weren't even there. If you were there looking after your girlfriend who you claim to care for, you could have interfered and interjected and maybe helped that woman, but you weren't there, were you? I bet you were on your little Xbox. Even I would not confront two guys alone in that situation. Oh, okay, I think I know what's going on. He would have just left her there, and he's mad. He would have left her, and he's mad that his girlfriend has bigger balls than him. It's dangerous, full stop. Yeah, okay. It is dangerous to approach strangers and try and stop a fight or defend someone, but it's also more dangerous to let them kidnap an innocent woman who they may or may not have drugged. OP. So you would have just left her there. Boyfriend. I would have called the cops and let them do their job like I said. And you know what? Girlfriend says something that I was just about to say. And if they didn't get there in time? Oh god. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to grab yourself an alcoholic beverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The boyfriend goes on to say, then it would be out of my hands at that point. Girl, girl. This boyfriend is a piece of shit. His defense could have been like, I would have remembered the reg plate, I would have took a picture of the reg plate, or I would have snuck a video, or I would have taken a picture of what they look like and got their description. That could have been a valid defense. But no, he said he wouldn't have done it. He's jealous that his girlfriend has bigger balls and it would be out of his hands as soon as they drive off. This guy, this silly boy. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. God, I'd break up with this Emma Effer, knowing that the guy, like, I'm not one for traditional relationships, but traditionally you'd expect the guy to protect the girl, and this guy shuns her girlfriend for protecting a girl, and is like, oh, I wouldn't do it. Girl, how can you sleep at night knowing this guy couldn't even think about protecting a girl, and gets jealous when he finds out that you protected the woman? I'd kick his ass to the curb. Of course, I would be worried for her and I would make sure they follow up. But confrontation in a potentially dangerous situation, that would not help anything. Like, that would not help anything. The girlfriend says, I don't even know what to say. Well, I do know what to say, darling. And here it goes. Your boyfriend is a prick. You had mace. You had a weapon. Like, pepper spray is fantastic because it does have a range. And again, the way she approached the situation, she was like, "Oh, friend that I know, person that I know. Hey, what are you doing with my girlfriend over there? Hey, let me just pick her back up and take her on the way. I have mace, don't come near me." That was very safe. You had a way to defend yourself. And again, mace has a range. You can spray them from afar. It gets on their face. They ain't following you. You had every precaution, and you even told him that, and he's just not listening. You even told him you're listening to him and you understand him and his side. And he's like, "No, you're not. I'm not going to listen to you." What a weak, silly little boy. The boy goes on to say, "I'm just speaking purely logical." No, you're speaking purely flight. Your fight, he's flight. He's thinking with nothing actually. He's thinking like a pussy. Escalating could put her in more danger. She didn't escalate it though. If he cared about OP, he would have actually read her text and realized that the situation didn't go like, "I have a sword and a horse. I'm coming for you, fair maiden." No, she was like, "Oh, I know you. Come with me. I know where you are." And yeah, OP says, "More danger than being driven away by two strangers when she was drunk." Okay. And then the disgusting little boy goes, "Baby, enough, please. I'm guessing you're mad at me now." Mm. This is a little tactic that a lot of people who are in the wrong do, where they're like, "Oh, feel bad for me. I want to win this argument, so you feel bad for me. I'm gonna pretend I'm sad, so feel bad for me." Girlfriend goes, "No, just shocked you feel this way, but honestly, I'm kinda over talking about it with you. She could have been blank or blank if I left her." You don't have to think twice about those words that were there. Boyfriend goes, "And tell me what would have happened to you if they'd called your bluff. Your safety comes first." You know what would have happened? She would have maced them because she has mace. Girlfriend goes, "Let's just drop it. I called because I was feeling shaken up, but this conversation isn't helping at all." You know what? Yeah, now she's shaken up and angry. And also questioning her relationship with a boyfriend who refuses to defend women in any situation. The fragile man then goes, "I'm just expressing how I feel. But okay, we can drop it if you want. I'm sorry I'm not helping the way you need me to." You're not sorry. You just want the situation to be over. "I want to be here for you. I guess I'm just freaked out still by how things could have gone. I realize now too that it's probably close to home because of what happened with blank," and there's a little footnote saying "my friend." But I just want you to understand how badly this could have ended. Okay, and again, she just says it in the next text, but she understands, and that's why she has mace. Girlfriend goes, "I already acknowledged that multiple times, and I'd really appreciate it if you didn't bring her into this." Meaning friend. Boyfriend then goes, "Sorry, I'm not trying to upset you. It was an emotional decision made in the heat of the moment, which I totally understand. I just want you to think more rationally about it so it doesn't happen again next." I'm sorry. When you're in fight or flight, you do not think rationally. Your first thought is fight or flight, okay? You cannot go, hold on, adrenaline hormones. Let's just think about this logically. No, your adrenal glands are like, "No, we must like flee or fight." Like, you can't just go, "Hold up, stop the hormone secretion. Let's think about this." You don't know how hormones work. You don't know how glands work and adrenaline. If you were being attacked, you'd have a fight or flight as well. Whether it's you or someone you care about or somebody you don't even know but want to protect. Silly boy. At the end of the day, your safety is what matters to me. If that makes me selfish or a villain, then so be it. I mean, it's kind of controlling. You think that your girlfriend can't defend herself or others because she's a woman, and you said that in your own words. Fragile little man. "I seriously don't want you doing this ever again, though." Well, she will, and she'll do it without you. Like I said, it's dangerous and stupid. I need you to hear. I need to hear you say that you won't. What a disgusting little swine. "I don't want to constantly worry every time you're out alone." Go with her. Now that you're picking fights with random men twice, she didn't pick the fight. She went to protect a woman by calmly going over and saying she knew her and having pepper spray in case it went wrong. All it takes is one guy having a bad day and taking what you say or do as a challenge, and that's it. I hope this guy knows that all it takes is just one man in general. Like, look at what happened to that woman if she was spiked. All it took was that one guy being like, I like the look of her, let me slip some drugs in her drink, and then make it look like I'm taking my friend home when I'm just gonna kidnap her. And again, poor OP, can we please drop it now? I'm emotionally at my limit. Yeah, she's asked a few times to drop it because she's shaken up from what happened, and now she's angry because her boyfriend's a little pussy who is angry at OP for doing the right thing. Alright, sorry. Are we okay? OP goes, honestly, I don't know. I think I need some time. Oh, are you ready for the victim blaming and the love bombing and the gaslighting? Baby, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to upset you. Please talk to me. OP, I'm just struggling with some things that you said. I'm glad OP is putting up a wall and a boundary. Boyfriend goes, can you tell me what things in particular? I apologized earlier for the other thing. I'm just trying to understand. Girl, everything you said. Shut the F up. Everything you said. The fact that the fact that you said that you would just let the woman get kidnapped is one of them. The fact that you had a go at your partner defending a woman and doing the right thing is another. The fact that you are basically saying that if it happened to her, it would be her own fault. If you're angry, you can tell me. I don't want you to be upset with. She is telling you that, and you're not listening because you're a cook. Girlfriend, I'm really tired and still trying to process what happened. I'm a little upset, but I think we should just talk tomorrow once things are calmer. Something tells me this guy will not allow her to have the day away and wants to talk today. Boyfriend, okay, I'm still a little frustrated too, but I understand. I love you so much, and I'm glad you're okay. She goes, love you too. That doesn't feel very full. Oh, surprise, surprise, chat. Can we FaceTime in like 20 minutes on my break? We don't have to talk about this. I just want to see your face a little before you sleep. I miss you. Mm. And then OP puts her foot down. I'd rather do it tomorrow, if that's okay. I'm kind of drained. I know I'm putting on like a little bitch because in my head canon, she's had enough. Boyfriend, okay. I feel like you're punishing me now. Great. That's your fault, isn't it, darling? No, you're not darling, you prick. I was just worried about you. And then OP goes, I'm not punishing you, blank, I'm just genuinely tired. He goes, you're pushing me away. And then she goes, I'm not, I promise. Oh, no, not the gaslighting. Can we FaceTime or no? I've been looking forward to seeing you all day. And then she gives in, unfortunately, and goes, okay, I'll call you after I shower. And then he love bombs again and goes, alright, my love, thank you. I hope they break up. Because no way you could feel safe in a relationship knowing that someone is blaming a woman for possibly being spiked or for somebody harassing them and trying to kidnap them when all they did was try and have a good night out. Whether they're alone or with friends, who cares? It's not a woman's fault that she got kidnapped, okay? Let women drink. Let women go out. It shouldn't be dangerous for women to go out. And the second thing is the doubling down and being like, well, if it happened to you, it'd be your fault. I'd be fuming. I'd be so angry. Well, I'd just kick his ass to the curb there and then. I don't think I could ever live like with somebody like this, be it a housemate, a friend, a family member, a partner. They'd be gone quicker than ever. Letting a woman get kidnapped and being like, I don't care what happens after, it's out of my hands. I'm so glad OP exists because thankfully, thanks to her, this woman is safe. And I really, really, really hope there is a future update in which they break up because that man does not deserve that woman, and it seems like he will never, ever, ever stand up for women. Based on what he said, he would just let it happen, run away, and he's just jealous that his girlfriend has bigger balls than him. Okay, let's take a breather and relax. Let me know what you think of this video. If you'd like more detailed, in-depth videos, maybe, I don't know. And please like and subscribe. I know I have to start saying that at some point. And I shall catch you in the next video. Stay fantastic, stay gorgeous, stay fabulous, and I love you so much, babies. Mwah.